Hello and welcome back to some more Genshin Impact. So I'm going to be continuing the Archon Quest finally. It says that they want me to look for clues in the Opera House. There are three of them. A sudden accident occurs at the scene of the magic show, and the chosen audience member is also nowhere to be found. All indications point to Linny and Lynette, but you have your doubts. So before I do this, I just wanted to talk about this timed event right here, Verdict of Blades. They added a new timed event, by the way, besides that, but I'm thinking I might actually do this off camera, and the reason why is because it's just a bunch of fights, and, you know, those aren't really that interesting after a while, when it's just, you know, strictly fighting, but we'll see, it depends.
Hey, you! Yes, both of you! Over here! I've been keeping an eye on you for a while now.
Oh.
Huh? You mean us? That's right. If I'm not mistaken, you're also among those who wish to cut down the thorns and pursue the truth. No? And by the looks of it, you're not from Fontaine.
I wasn't expecting a cutscene to immediately start. I thought I had to find the evidence first, but okay.
Well, you're right on the more about that one, but who are you?
Yeah, who is she?
Have you never heard of the Spina di Rosula?
Nope.
From mediating disputes and providing protection to solving conundrums, you name it, Spina di Rosula does it. And I, Navia, have the honor of being its renowned president.
Okay.
Though those who play by our rules call me boss.
I'm Silver, her attendant. Pleased to meet you.
And I'm Melus. Demoiselle's various daily needs and affairs are under my purview.
Huh? Boss? Mademoiselle? What gives with the names?
Well, I am the second generation president. Malus and the others are still used to my previous title.
My apologies, Demoiselle. Should you prefer, boss, I will endeavor to use that instead.
No need. You don't have to call me boss. Just Navia is fine.
Okay, if you say so. Not that we're members of Spina di Rosula anyway.
Yeah.
All merely trifling details. Never mind. Now, back to the situation at hand.
So, you want to investigate as well?
That's right. I've always kept an eye on the serial disappearance cases. My interest stems from a matter back from my father's time. Judging from the look of things, I find Linny an unlikely mastermind.
Yeah, same here.
Really? We think so too! That's why we're looking for clues now. But how did you come to that conclusion?
Intuition, naturally. My unparalleled intuition.
Okay.
Farina sure was quick to point the finger at Linny without any decisive evidence whatsoever, wasn't she?
Mm-hmm.
But that's not uncommon for her. If you remember, the Justice had to interrupt her and ask if she was pressing charges just to keep her from getting carried away. Anyway, a trial begins the moment someone levels charges. And, of course, there was no way Farina was going to back down in that situation.
Sounds more like you just don't trust the Hydro Archon.
I mean, to be fair, Paimon, she is a little bit awkward to talk to, and her behavior doesn't really inspire confidence.
Well, what's your opinion? I must admit that she can be interesting at times, but liking her doesn't mean that I'll blindly agree with her.
Well, when you put it like that.
All right, I've answered your question. Now, it's time you answer mine.
Wait a minute, did that answer count?
Well, I say it does. But don't worry, you won't hear any pointless questions from me. In your opinion, do you think it's right to treat a trial like it's an opera?
Well?
No, not at all, really, but I'll answer the way Aether does, not always.
And why would that be?
Doing so makes it easy for the truth to fall by the wayside. Something serious like a trial shouldn't be treated like entertainment, yeah.
See, Silver and Malus? I told you they'd be different.
Most astute of you, Demoiselle. I too think that the Traveler's response was most excellent. No matter how wonderful the script or how fervent the audience's expectations may be, the trials that go on stage here must be based in fact. And if that can be done, boss, then...
All right, that's quite enough, Maloose. Anyway, I like your answer. You passed with flying colors. Now, I need to make some preparations, following which our joint investigation shall commence. You two shall be my assistants.
Huh. Okay.
Wait! Since when did we become assistants?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I can be the assistant. Sure. Or your companion, if you like. I'm really not that fussy.
Okay. That's surprising.
That's more like it.
I think you're missing the point, Paimon. Seems you've already agreed then.
Far be it from me to brag, but I believe that Demoiselle's intuition will be instrumental in uncovering the truth.
Assuming she isn't guilty in some way, yeah.
You wish to save a friend from false accusations, and we wish to unravel the disappearances. In this sense, our goals are aligned.
You have a point. Huh. You're quite the talker, aren't you, mister? And what about you over there? What do you think? You seem like you've got something on your mind.
I have nothing to add.
Oh, alrighty then.
We'll be making some preparations first. Just be sure to let us know if they start revealing Lenny's tricks. Thanks!
Okay. Now let's talk to Silver.
Speaking of that, I think magic shows would be very popular in Poisson.
I can see that. Maybe I should try to learn some magic. If I could make things disappear, cleaning my room would be a cinch.
You need not worry about such things, Demoiselle. That falls under my duties.
Oh, right.
Okay. So, I probably don't need to talk to the others because they'll probably just repeat that conversation. Oh, I just noticed. There's a yellow marker behind me. You know what? Let's go to that yellow marker first. Oh, it disappeared. Why? Oh, it's probably telling me to go upstairs. I don't see anything really obvious. I can press R2 to search, of course, while I'm up here. But now it's telling me to go back the way I came. Maybe I was supposed to use R2 near there. So I'll do that. Oh, right there. Tristan.
Sorry, but no one can freely enter or exit the Opera House at the moment. If you wish to leave, you must register your identity with us first.
No, we're not leaving. We're representing Linny and Lynette as attorneys, so we're investigating the case. Were you always guarding this entrance?
Yes, after the Chief Justice gave the order, everyone coming in or out must undergo a strict inspection. So, the missing girl couldn't have left from here. At least, not from that point on.
What about during the show?
I doubt there was much opportunity then, either.
How can you be so sure,
Well, because I was in charge of security near the entrance at that time. I couldn't see Linny's performance from here, which was quite a shame. Just my luck. But still, I did not abandon my post. And I stayed put no matter how loud the applause was. If someone had so much as even approached the door, I would have noticed it, let alone if they had tried to leave. We Melazines are good at that sort of thing, you know.
So, it's safe to say the girl couldn't have left through here.
Yeah.
Alright, thank you for your help. This'll be useful info.
Entrances and exits to the Opera House. No one left the Opera House during the magic show, and after the incident happened, only those who had their identities cleared by the guards could leave. I forgot how to access that thing. Yeah, I don't know how to access that thing that gives me all the information on the case.
Access to the venue is restricted at this time. Please register first.
Okay. Anyways, I don't think I need to go upstairs. So let's go over here then. Can I talk to some of these people? Oh, right over here.
Lenny's still talking to the guards. It seems he'll have a lot of explaining to do. I think someone will be assigned to monitor us later, but that's alright.
Okay. there's another yellow thing right there, but let's check this out. Oh. It looks like an ordinary box, but Lenny somehow moved instantly from the stage to being inside of it. How did he do it? Very good question. Oh, I just noticed something. If I do... Oh, that over there, but that's not what I wanted to see. Oh, that's how you open that up. Okay. When you're examining the box here, you can open this up. Anyways, entrances and exits to the Opera House. There's 2 out of 9 so far. The deceased identity is Cowl. Right there. Whoops. I didn't mean to exit from that. Guard's investigation report, 1 out of 3. Okay. I may have to review all that stuff a little bit later. Anyways, let's talk to Isildur.
I see that you're investigating the area. Well, it just so happens that I'm interested too. If you find any new and interesting leads, be sure to share them with me, alright?
We don't have too many thoughts yet.
Then why don't I tell you my hypothesis first? The way I see it. And I'll start it with that loud thud.
Yeah, I remember that.
The thud? Oh, you mean the sound that happened during the countdown?
Yes, exactly. It wasn't terribly loud, but I suspect that most people heard it. It's just that everyone was awaiting the results of Lenny's trick with bated breath, so no one paid it much mind. But now that the incident has happened, the thud has become an important clue.
Fair point.
That makes sense. So, what do you make of it?
I'm of the opinion that it may have been the sound of Lenny's accomplice. Lynette, perhaps. Jumping atop the water tank, or something like that. And when the pyrotechnics went off, she cut the rope, sending the water tank crashing down.
Okay, I don't agree with you there.
But wasn't the noise we heard too loud for that?
Perhaps the balance wasn't right, leading to a particularly rough landing.
Then wouldn't the water tank have started to swing a bit in that case?
Oh, that's true. I suppose I must reconsider.
That does remind Paimon, though. What was with that sound?
Strange sound during the magic show. During the switching performance, there was an audible thump that many audience members heard. Okay, let's go back this way. Actually, no, I could talk to him again.
Could it be that I didn't see it happen?
So he supposedly saw somebody jump on top of the box and cut it down? Anyways, am I supposed to... Oh, I'm supposed to examine 3 points up there. From the looks of things. I'm also supposed to talk to these people, so let's go over here first. Because I think that this is unrelated to the quest. The broken magic box was left on the scene after the guards completed their investigation. Looking at now, the water tank must have been struck really hard. Or must have struck really hard, rather. This is where the magic box was struck. If Cowl weren't inside the box at that moment, he might have dodged the falling water tank. Anything else? Oh, here.
So this is the rope that broke and caused the water tank to fall. The rope looks pretty durable. How can it be burned through so quickly by fireworks?
So either Lenny didn't realize this was a safety concern, or...
Why are you suddenly so serious, Traveler?
I'm just looking at where the rope snapped.
Whoa. Look! This bit is made from different material! Most of it was burned away, but there's still a little bit of it left.
It seems to be flammable, like a type of flash cotton.
So if a rope meant to hold something was made with that kind of material in it, then that means...
Somebody definitely intended for this to happen, obviously.
Wait! Why don't you write all this down? Let's take notes!
Special rope. This rope was used to suspend the water tank. It suddenly broke when the fireworks were being launched on stage. The investigation has shown that the location where the rope snapped was made of flammable material. Okay, let's go over here, talk to him. Wait a second. Yeah.
Hello there. What are you investigating?
Oh, this location has also been cordoned off because the Magic Troop members are currently considered prime suspects. The investigation team is still collecting evidence. The seats were all booked in advance, so we were able to deduce the missing woman's identity by checking the guest list.
Could you tell us who she is? We're Linny and Lynette's lawyers.
Sure, it's not like this is confidential information. We will publish it later anyway when we petition the public to help us find the missing person. Her name is Halsey. She's a painter from Fontaine who's made a bit of a name for herself. Apparently, she wasn't a regular at the Opera House, but she'd been feeling some pressure with her work lately, which made her decide to come see the magic show. The Magic Troop members all claim not to know her. We have looked into her social connections. It seems that she has no personal grievances or conflicts of interest with the suspects. Simply put, she wasn't related to the Magic Troop at all, which matches the features of the previous serial disappearances.
Were the victims of previous cases also chosen at random?
That's how it seems to us, in any case. Apart from the fact that they were all young women of around the same age range, there really weren't any other connections between them.
Okay then.
Thanks for letting us know all this.
No need to be so formal. If you do happen to see the missing girl, please be sure to contact us. It is of utmost importance that we get to the bottom of these disappearances.
Information about the missing lady's identity. Halsey is the missing person. She's a famous painter and came to watch the magic show in order to take a break from her own creative work. She isn't known to have been entangled in quarrels with any of the members of Linny's magic troupe.
If you do encounter Ms. Halsey, please contact the guards immediately.
Okay.
Whoever the murderer was,
Oh,
they must have made preparations well beforehand. Why would it be him? Oh, gosh. No wonder the serial disappearances never got solved. We all heard that noise, didn't we? The performance would not have been visible from where the doors were guarded. If Paimon were on duty, she would have snuck back into the audience seating. This rope was obviously tampered with.
it's neat that they did that with Paimon. I was actually trying to figure out if I was supposed to go talk to them next over there. I'm pretty sure I am. Yeah, it's showing... Wait, no, I'm supposed to do something over here with this. Probably talk to that guy? Yeah, I think I have to talk to that guy. I'll talk to these people next time. I thought these guys advanced the plot.
The investigation team has some new findings. Turns out there's an issue with the random number selector after all.
See, I told you. What if the machine picked some big guy's seat? You think the murderer would have still made his move then?
Wait.
Sorry to interrupt, but we're helping Linny and Lynette with their side of the investigation. What were you saying about the number selector? There's something wrong with it?
You're trying to help them? That'll be a tall order.
Linny used the machine to pick a random member of the audience during his performance, right? The lucky girl that later disappeared. Well, we thought there might be a serious problem with the machine, so we had it taken away for further inspection.
It turns out that the seat number it picked wasn't random at all. The machine picks that same number every time. I'm sure you already know that you have to make a reservation in advance to get a seat, regardless of whether it's a trial or some performance. In other words, Linny knew who would be sitting where from the very beginning.
Well, that's not looking very good for him, is it?
That much checks out. Linny reserved our seats for us, too.
Bet you see why I was saying it'd be tough to make a case for Linny.
Thanks. Sorry to bother you.
Even though it's bad for Linny's case, Paimon had better write it down.
Yep. Random number selector. This device was used during Linny's magic performance to choose a lucky member of the audience. However, the guards have found that it will generate the exact same number no matter what. Clearly, someone has tampered with it. So, either Linny tampered with it and knew all along, or somebody else did. Wait a second. Is the plot advancing? I think it is.
We've checked everything of note here at the performance venue. Paimon wonders how Linny's discussion with the guards is going. Let's go see, shall we? Ooh, things are getting interesting, huh? We're about to see how magic is made.
Oh, I just realized that I'm controlling Zhongli again. Anyways.
Linny's magic tricks were the stuff of legends. But the way he did this crime... he should have stuck to doing magic.
Look, doing magic tricks is one thing. Pulling off a crime is something else entirely. Maybe he was just too full of himself.
Let's see what Esmond has to say.
Go ahead, have a look around. In the end, we're both after the truth.
I'm surprised he trusts us.
Right!
I mean, we are technically, oh, I can't do the inspect thing anymore. Although I can still examine stuff, so let me see. Is there anything here that I haven't inspected before? No, I've examined all that stuff. So let's go up there and talk to Linny.
Understood. Then I will be going with you. Just so you're aware, I will be monitoring your actions and making notes as necessary.
Very good. Thanks for being so agreeable. I'd pull a rose out of my hat as a gift for you if I could.
You may spare the pleasantries. I'm just doing my job.
You've arrived. Who's this?
Me? I'm Spina di Rosula's guardian angel. If you've got a problem, I've got the firepower.
I'm surprised that they didn't immediately recognize her.
Sorry, I got a little carried away there. Call me Navia. I'm a partner of theirs, and will be helping investigate this whole situation. And these are my companions. Would you mind if they join as well?
Fine by me.
Oh, new helpers? I would be most grateful.
Well, let's just say we're tagging along. It's not every day you get to see the secrets behind magic performed on such a large scale.
I appreciate your kind interest. Come with me. We'll be heading below stage.
Okay, yeah, there was a path between the two boxes below the stage.
Huh? Below stage?
Yes, a world of secrets is hidden beneath this magic box, prepared specifically for this switcheroo trick. But before I reveal everything, you should have a look first. Notice anything strange here?
No.
I'm not trying to be dramatic. Remembering the details of a trick will help you understand the methods used to perform it more easily.
Huh. Weren't there balloons and other decorations here? Where did all that go?
Ah, good eye. That said, you're still far from discovering the answer.
The back of the door isn't the same.
The back?
What?
You mean the inside of the door? What's different about it? Paimon didn't notice anything.
How could Aether remember that?
Very good indeed. I thought you might not be able to catch that, given that you were sitting in the first row. The back of this door was patterned. Those patterns are now gone, replaced by a smooth wooden board. So, if you put 2 and 2 together, what do you get?
Wait, does that mean there's another box inside this one?
Exactly. All right, let's go. I'll tell you how it works as we head down.
Oh, so there was a passageway under the magic box!
And this passage linked to the two boxes together.
I knew you'd figure out most of it as soon as you saw this place. The 2 magic boxes are positioned right above the 2 entrances of the tunnel. See this flatbed trolley?
Okay.
The box with the lucky audience member in it would be shuttled over to the other side using the trolley.
This trolley can raise and lower and even rotate, ensuring that the box will face in the right direction.
I see. So that's the purpose of the box inside another box.
Precisely. The inner box would descend after the audience member was put inside and be moved along the trolley, all while the outer box would remain on stage as if nothing had ever changed.
So that's how you did it!
Once the box was lowered, the trolley would store some energy through this device here, with which it would complete the rest of the steps. The audience member would only be able to feel some slight movements in the dark, and by the time she walked out, she would already be back on stage.
Then what about your side of the trick?
Right! You were talking that whole time, and you even came out for a moment near the end!
I'm thinking Cowl was disguised as Linny for that part.
Ah, yes. A phonograph operated by Lynette was used to achieve that effect.
Phonograph?
My assistant and I had already scripted our conversation beforehand. When the countdown began, I had already gone to the opposite box via a tunnel using that ladder.
And what about Lynette? Where was she?
I was in the mezzanine space in the back of the box.
Oh, interesting!
That's how we were able to coordinate Linny's lines with the assistant. And, by the way, I was the one who walked out of the box at the end.
Oh, okay, it was her, not Cowl.
I mean, we are twins. All it takes is a change of clothes and no one can tell who's who. And that's my favorite part of this trick. Only Lynette and I can perform it.
So that's how it all worked! Wow! Every detail you revealed was more amazing than the last!
I can tell a lot of thought was put into this.
Lynette would briefly walk out of the box and then go back in, jumping into the tunnel and escaping before the box on the trolley could finish ascending. And then I walk out of the other box in the audience area, and the trick would be complete. The operative word here being would. But as you saw, Cal was in the box, not our audience member. She, on the other hand, mysteriously vanished.
Yeah, that's true.
We really don't know how that happened.
If not for that interlude, this would have been an astonishing trick. I probably never would have figured out how you pulled it off. And yet, to think that someone was able to use this magic trick to commit a crime. Could we have a look around? I think we can come up with some more leads.
This is the scene of the crime, so Linny and Lynette are not permitted to stay here. I'll escort them back up.
Yes, of course. No need to be so strict now. I won't disappear into thin air, you know.
Thanks, everyone. We're counting on you.
The magic trick. Linny gave a detailed account of how the trick was supposed to work. By using the box inside a box, the idea was for the box containing the audience member to be transported across via a tunnel underneath, and Linny himself would also use this tunnel to get to the other side. Meanwhile, having changed her outfit, Lynette and her assistant would take charge of on-stage interactions. On-stage magic box structure. The magic box on stage has an additional layer to its rear, in which Lynette, in Linny's clothes, remained hidden. She would appear at the end of the magic trick and lead people to believe that Linny had been able to instantly move to the box on the other side. Audience side magic box structure. The magic box at the center of the audience stands has 2 layers, and beneath it is an entrance to an underground tunnel. This was how the lucky audience member was meant to have been transported without the audience noticing. Now let's go ahead and start examining stuff. Examine control board. This should be the control device for the trolley. It seems to be able to operate automatically. Oh, the ladder? A ladder is required in order to return to the magic box above. Okay. What's this?
What's this?
Looks like a hook tied to the end of a rope. Huh? There's all kinds of odds and ends here.
Linny didn't mention this earlier.
Perhaps it was a prop for a different trick. But why would it have been left here?
Whatever it is, let's make a note of it first.
Good idea, Paimon. Dropped hook rope. A rope that has fallen to the ground. A metal hook has been tied to one end of this rope. Its use is unclear. Let's look at this.
Murderer, what? This people need needed to register and reserve a seat for the show. That, combined with this number selector, could allow you to pick a young lady instead of some old fogey.
What about this? Oh, Paimon.
This is probably a prop, too. Oh, looks like it could hook onto a lot of things. Like the Traveler's fishing rod. Why would it be him? Well, there was no chance Paimon could have seen that the box had 2 layers. And that's why only the 2 of them can perform this trick. Digging a tunnel just for a magic trick? Whew, that must have been a lot of work.
Okay, so there's 2 more relevant clues left, and 2 other things right there that I need to find. What's this? Oh, a vase that broke.
The floor is wet. Please be careful not to slip.
Speaking of which, why would there be water here?
Maybe it was for a trick?
Oh, Paimon knows! It's one of those tricks where you pour water into a jug and then flip the jug over only for the water to disappear? And here's a broken vase. Huh. Did the trolley knock it down while moving?
That can't be. The trolley moves along tracks from start to finish. It couldn't have hit the vase at this distance.
Couldn't water come down from above? Because that tank had water in it, right? And when it crashed onto the stage, that water had to go somewhere, so I imagine some of it got down here. But I don't know why there would be so much around that vase in particular.
Let's note this down too and think about it later.
Broken flower vase. There are many pieces of broken flower vase on one side of the tunnel. All the water within has been spilled. Judging from the distance, it seems unlikely that it was knocked over by the trolley meant to transport the magic box. Oh, is there something else right here? Investigate clothing. Interesting. I think that that's probably going to be important, so let's examine the tracks first. High precision is required to complete this magic show, and tracks are perfect for making the trolley stay on its designated course. Anything else? Just some stuff over here. Examine storage boxes. All kinds of props and costumes are haphazardly stuffed inside. Oh, a vent and the trolley here. The trolley is crucial for transporting Magic Box to the other side. The culprit must have used this to execute their plan. I have a feeling this vent is going to be very important.
What is this place?
Looks like a vent.
It seems someone could fit through here.
Could this have been the suspect's escape route?
Alone, perhaps. But if they had to pull another person with them, this space would be too narrow.
But there are no other ways in or out of here.
Other than those that go through the magic boxes, and Linny and Lynette were in the 2 magic boxes.
Oh, you're right! Let Paimon write that down.
Tunnel vent. The tunnel vent looks like it could allow one person passage, barely, but leaving along with the missing lady seems an unrealistic prospect. So maybe she went through the tunnel on her own? Anything else over here? I wish they could spam that, but you can't, so I think that the only thing left is the clothing, because everything else is showing green check marks, so let's go ahead and investigate.
Oh, these are the clothes that the lady chosen from the audience was wearing, right? Her clothes are here, but she's nowhere to be found.
Linny didn't mention the guest having a wardrobe change.
Right. And do you really need to do that if you're kidnapping them? Ugh, this is so confusing. Paimon doesn't want to be a detective anymore.
Wait a second. Did she change out the glasses? I could swear that you could see Paimon's eyes before. Anyways, the clothes belonging to Halsey, the lady who went missing, were found in the tunnel. The reason for this remains unknown. Return to the surface, it says.
Done investigating down here.
Yes. Let's head back up.
Okay.
Well, we've ascertained the state of the crime scene. Let's find a place to sort out our findings once Malus returns. Seems to me that there are several things that don't add up here.
Yeah, I agree. I want to see this very fast. See Paimon's opinion. Oh, she's not giving me her opinion now. That's unfortunate. And there's still 2 things missing here from the relevant clue list, as well as the tunnel section. Okay.
Apologies for the wait, demoiselle.
So, what did the guards say? Did the criminal escape through the vent?
They believe the odds of that are very low, since the vent leads to the Opera House's basement. The guards have checked the area carefully. No one left through the basement during the performance or after the incident, and no one was found hiding there.
So the tunnel's become like a secret chamber then! You know, like the kind you usually see in novels!
It would seem so.
The plot thickens. Halsey's disappearance and Cowell's death are both quite inexplicable. No wonder Farina was so confident in her accusation. All the current evidence points toward Linny and Lynette.
In other words, the charges are very likely to be upheld unless we make some considerable progress.
Charges and then trial.
Oh, look at that.
So if the charges are upheld, they'll announce a sentence?
Paimon's glasses are back to being normal again.
That's right. This is how a trial goes in the Opera House. During the proceedings, the Chief Justice and the Oratrice will hear statements from both sides.
The Oratrice will too?
That's right. This is how indemnitium is produced. The statements from both sides, the defenses from attorneys, witness testimonies, and even the audience's emotions will all be projected on the Oratrice. To put it simply, it's as if the Oratrice has its own will, and is a judge in its own right.
This also precludes any kind of favoritism on the part of the Chief Justice. Not that this has ever happened anyway.
Fascinating.
Once both sides have finished speaking, the Chief Justice will make his final decision. This, too, will be used by the Oratrice as a reference. Then, finally, the Oratrice will be consulted by officials. The result it returns is the will of justice itself.
Huh? So that machine is the one that actually decides? Paimon thought Novelet called the shots.
In practice, there is very little difference. Both have always come to the same judgment. Which is why people have great faith in the Chief Justice. Yes, the guards also asked me to convey that none of us will be allowed to leave this place before the trial.
Huh? Why?
Oh, really?
Because we've chosen to act as the twins' proxies. That makes us persons related to the case.
They're concerned that we might be colluding with outside parties, or that we might find outside help to disrupt the case. And even if that were not so, it could prove problematic if we happen to spread key information about the case ahead of time.
Makes sense.
I'm ready to break out at any time.
Whoa, whoa! There's no need for that! Paimon thinks they have a point. That said, are they providing food?
Of course. She would be worried about that.
Of course. I just hope you don't mind the lack of options. I'm afraid that catering to all tastes is not in the cards, nor is any guarantee of balanced nutrition.
Now's not the time to be picky.
In that case, let's just sort out our findings together here. Pity. I was hoping to take you to try some of Fontaine's famous desserts, too. I mean, what better way to properly think through our findings than over some tea and sweets?
Huh. Breaking out suddenly doesn't seem like such a bad idea after all.
Paimon.
Just kidding, just kidding. Paimon will still do her best, even if there are no snacks.
What do you mean, no snacks? Of course we'll have snacks. If we cannot buy some, then we'll simply make some.
Huh? Here? But how?
They probably have a kitchen, right?
Understood, demoiselle. Everyone, please come with me.
Where are we going? Backstage, I guess?
Wait, you're carrying a portable stove with you?
Cool.
Yes, I must be prepared to meet the demoiselle's baking needs whenever the fancy strikes her.
I have eggs, sugar, and almonds at the ready.
Good work, you two. Then I'll get to it. Please sit tight for a moment. You'll get to taste my awesome snacks soon enough.
These three are quite the interesting group.
Must be a Spina di Rosula thing. I wish I could say that name properly. Navia methodically handles the ingredients.
And Paimon thought it smelled good while it was still in the oven. Oh, it's even better now. Paimon can't stop drooling.
They look like hamburgers.
From the way you had these two guys carrying all that stuff around, Paimon thought you'd have them do more during the baking process. But you ended up doing the entire thing by yourself. Beating the egg whites, grinding almonds, everything.
I was applauding.
And I was giving encouraging smiles.
That's not quite what Paimon meant, but okay.
Paimon was just thinking. Aren't you worried about getting your fancy dress dirty, beating egg whites and baking like this?
Well, I don't think it's carved in stone anywhere that fancy ladies can only read books, sip tea, ride horses, and play the piano. I just really enjoy making snacks. Don't underestimate beating egg whites, by the way. It's a real arm workout. You also need to beat them to just the right consistency, or your macarons will crack. Anyway, give these a try, fresh out of the oven. There's 3 for each of us.
Only 3?
Well, eating too many sweet treats might send all that sugar to your head. You wouldn't be able to think clearly about the case on a sugar rush, would you?
Tea
Fair
is ready
point.
to be served as well. This is Demoiselle's favorite. Strong black tea with a floral fragrance that clears the mind and lifts the spirit.
Thank you. Why don't you take a break as well?
No need for concern. I'm merely doing as I should.
All right then. Down to business. As Paimon mentioned previously, the tunnel seems to be something of a secret chamber. However, we can assume that Linny and Lynette were not alone within it. Some criminal also occupied its sealed confines. The magician twins could have committed the crimes, of course, but they lack any logical motive.
Exactly! Why would they do such a thing right when everyone was watching?
So, apart from the twins, we're left with 2 other people, the missing girl and the deceased. Yeah, I was just thinking that maybe they're related in some way. Maybe she killed the guy and, escaped or whatever.
The flower vase and the thud we heard during the performance could indicate some altercation between Halsey and the criminal in the tunnel.
Yep.
Resulting in the shattering of the vase, the discarding of her clothes, and her abduction. Perhaps the criminal thought that since she was chosen from the crowd, she would be too easy to identify if she was still wearing the same clothes.
Maybe the guy who died tampered with the machine so that she would get chosen because they're like, in a relationship with each other or whatever. And then, that way she could be part of the show, right? And then when she went down there and he, talked with her or whatever, she took that chance to kill him and then escaped, making it seem like he, and then she put his body into the thing, the contraption or whatever. And then his body then goes up, she escapes, and then something else happens, maybe she somehow rigged the machine up above the rope or whatever. I don't know.
Paimon thinks that makes sense, but the real trouble is...
There's no evidence that this third person even exists.
True. None of the clues we found thus far support the existence of this third person. But the only people left to consider are both technically victims. Whether it's the missing girl, Halsey, or poor Cowell.
Huh. Could Halsey have secretly made modifications to the magic props in order to murder Cowell before making her escape?
But she had no way of knowing how the magic trick worked.
That's right. And even if she had tampered with the setup, she would need to understand the entire trick to pull it off. Nor does she have any motive. The guard said that she has never had any dealings with the magic troop's members.
Were we not thorough enough in our search? From the sound of things, this is turning into an impossible case. Your macarons are amazing though, Navia. They smell great! They're nice and crisp and super sweet!
Actually, there is one place that we haven't visited yet, Paimon. It's the place that vent leads to.
They are my specialty after all. And I see you've already had 5 of them.
What? 5? Oh,
Oh,
that can't
wow.
be right. Paimon only counted 3, honest!
Please don't worry about it. At my age, a few less sweets might actually be a good thing.
No. Being greedy is one thing, but Paimon knows how to count. Besides, Paimon knows that if she ate too many, then others wouldn't have enough.
It's fine. If you ate them, you ate them.
Wait, even you don't believe Paimon? How could you? If Paimon ate those 2 extra macarons, then may they turn into stone in her stomach!
All right, we get it. Well, I suppose one of us might have gotten too engrossed in our chat and eaten them by mistake. No big deal. Maloose, set up the stove again if you would.
Huh? What are you doing?
Making sure everyone gets 3 macarons, of course.
Oh, there's really no need to do that.
Exactly. We don't want to trouble you.
As you wish, demoiselle.
And I have the egg, sugar, and almonds.
Well, this really is your hobby, huh?
Navia does a second round of baking over the 2. However, the discussion does
Well,
not yield.
that's it for snack time. I'm going to have another look around the area.
That dialogue passed by really fast, anyways.
I don't know what we're looking for yet, but we've still got some time. As attorneys, I suggest the 2 of you think the case over again.
Uh-huh.
It would be awkward if you got all tongue-tied on stage during the trial.
Alright, thanks for your help, and for the snacks.
It was nothing. A small task for the Spina di Rosula. Silver, Maloose, it's time to go. I'll be back if I find anything new.
Probability of third person being involved. Neither Cowell nor Halsey had a motive, but after having talked to Navia, the likelihood of a third person being involved seems very low too. Oh. Sorry, what were we saying?
Oh, it's probably gonna be a long and difficult case. There's no point in worrying about that now. We just need to prepare. Here, take Paimon's notes. They should help you review the situation.
Okay. I can access them. How do I access them? You know, it doesn't matter. So it wants us to wait until the following day. However, I am going to temporarily leave this place. Wow, why did it take me all the way down there? Anyways, I'm going to temporarily leave this place, and I'm going to do just one of the Verdict of Blades, you know, the timed events fights. Because I figure, you know, if I do at least one of them, even if I end up doing the rest of them off camera, I'll still have at least done one of the challenges on camera. There's a Dendroculus right above where I am. I'm going to go ahead and get that very fast because it should be easy to, in theory. Oh no, it's not. It's not a Dendroculus, it's a Hydroculus. I'll have to get that later. So, Resolute Metal. When a character loses HP, that character gains 60% increased all elemental and physical damage bonus for 6 seconds. Owesia blocks will be present during the challenge. You know what? I'll do this one. So, select difficulty. I'll do the Quandary one. I have to complete it within 180 seconds and defeat 10 opponents. And the party setup will just be my normal party, so let's start. Oh, it automatically starts. That's cool.
Another test subject.
Should be fairly easy. I only need to beat it on this difficulty within the time limit, so I have to defeat them before that time goes up, so let's gather these 2 up, these treasure hoarders.
Whirling snow.
Seems easy so far.
I will have order.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be able to get this. I may actually do another one.
My apologies.
Since this is going so fast.
Embrace the ice.
Hopefully I'll get both of them. Yeah, I did. Cool.
Take flight.
And there we go. Can I immediately claim the prizes? So I'll have to go into this to claim them. Not a big deal. But yeah, that was pretty fast. So I'll go ahead and do another. Wait a second. Steadfast mode. What's that? I thought that Desperate was the highest difficulty. Let's do this one. When characters trigger Quicken, Aggravate, Spread, Burning, and Bloom reactions against opponents or deal damage to opponents through Dendrocores, including Burgeon and Hyperbloom, the opponent's defense will be decreased by 75% for 8 seconds. Wow, that's a significant decrease. Hydrograna will be present during the challenge. That should make things interesting. Let's go ahead and do Desperate this time. It's the same across all three as far as the completion criteria is concerned. So let's just start.
Order guide you.
So do that, and you know what? Gather these up very fast. So that's what these are. They're Hydrograna.
Allow me. Time for takeoff. Here we go.
I only need to defeat 7 enemies, so
Sakura swirl.
as long as I don't mess around too much, it ought to be pretty easy. Yeah, I'm almost tempted to actually do all of these in this video, just because it's so easy. But
Take flight.
I might actually just save the rest of them for the beginning of the next video,
Embrace the ice.
and then continue the Archon Quest from there. Although I have a feeling that the Archon Quest might be a little bit longer than expected in the next video. Let's go ahead and do this very fast. Gather those up. There we go. Oh, that's cool. Okay.
Solidify.
Let's stun these guys. There's only 3 left with a minute, 30 seconds left. Yeah, I can do it. That said, I should do this. What the? Oh. That'll get rid of 2 of them, right? Nah, just 1. So that's fine.
My apologies. Time for takeoff.
I still have plenty of time.
Allow me.
And this will probably... Yeah, that finished one of them. Unfortunately, the other one got far enough away where it didn't affect it for very long.
Here we go. Hold the line.
This is definitely a little bit tougher, but definitely still doable. And there we go, I win. Awesome. Let's claim those prizes. Yeah, I'll be stopping here. But I'm glad that I was able to do that. And you know what? Let's make some wishes before I stop. Just because. So there's Zhongli's and Child's, and as tempted as I am to make the wishes on Zhongli's, I'm going to make them on Child's because I don't have them yet. A copy of Noelle, although I already have all of her constellations. That's unfortunate. Oh well. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. The next time I play, I will actually do the rest of these on camera, the final 4, because they shouldn't take too long to do. And then after that, I'll continue the Archon Quest. As for this other timed event right here, I'm not too worried about it. Worst comes to worst, you know, I'll do this off camera instead. I mean, I doubt that I will, though. It seems like it's one of those camera ones, though, where you take pictures of things, so those are usually not as interesting as you know, ones that involve fighting, and I was already contemplating not doing this one on camera. So anyways, yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.